Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George, you got a recap for us?
There was a lot of setup and a lot of build-up in the last couple episodes. The main
Yes.
thing that I remember is that Shining Finger is now lab member number 5.
Number 5.
She found out about the IBM machine.
Right.
And so now we'll see what happens. We'll see. Is she a contributing member? Is she a member of the organization? Is she from the future? We'll find out
All
in
of the
this
above.
next episode for sure.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and she seems keenly interested in the IBM computer as well. So
Yeah,
Love to
she's really
see.
curious about it. So, all right.
all right,
do
let's
it.
go. Let's do it.
震えよ我が右腕契約に基づき命じる漆黒の炎をまといて我が望みを満たせ
This guy is so dramatic, dude.
とにかく取るな
It's to celebrate. Dude, she said that like in the most like depressed tone.
Oh my
let's,
gosh.
let's celebrate. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
しばらく帰ってこないんじゃないかな。出なきゃここでサボっての。
His running, just his hyperventilating as he's just running up the stairs. Is
Yeah, I love
hilarious,
what
dude.
she said there. She's like, if he was here, I wouldn't be able to screw around outside.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
光った。
Dude, she oh,
Oh, we're having a pause battle here.
well, yeah. She knows something, dude. I don't know what it is, but she knows something. She's very suspicious.
She knows
I don't know.
something.
Yeah, she knows something. I'm really interested to find out what.
I was thinking to myself, I was thinking of this for a couple of episodes at least, where I was thinking, they send a text message and it goes like into their phone and then it says it's from like a week ago, right? And then they're like, it's time traveling. But what if the microwaves are just kind of fricking with the message and it thinks it's sending it back like a week ago? So it says that on
Imagine.
the display, but it's really just
Yeah.
like sending right now. Just the the sending got messed up and just says it's from a week ago. But they're all like, it's a time machine. Amazing.
Yeah, like the microwaves just like frick with the circuitry and stuff.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was also like when you were mentioning that, I was like wondering like what the bill company must think, but if it is time travel to them, they just see it like as a normal text. So it's just
Right.
happened to be sent a week ago. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, just a thought I had. I was like, guys, maybe it's not time machine. Has no one like considered that?
Yeah. Divergence singularity.
毒ペがないではないか
売り切れてたの。
売り切れていたのなら見つけるまで探すそれが
This guy and his Dr.
俺が
Pepper.
言うものではないか
Dr. Peparian. Oh my gosh.
でしょ。
何をしているのだダル機関に
Dude, the organization's gonna hear. Yeah, exactly.
妄想を
Delusion fail.
過去を変える
Dun dun. Oh, frick.
待って
Dun。dun.
そんなの危険すぎる。
Dang.
もしもタイムパラドックスが。
That's like quite the ambitious statement to say.
Mhm.
You're gonna
Right.
change the past.
I love how they made her a lab member and then she's like asking to be informed about what's going on and he's just like straight up ignoring her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's like texting him, right? Like she's right there. Just talk.
I guess so. Yeah, true.
一番わかりやすいではないか
でも目的はお金でしょ。
黙れセレブセブンティーン
Set up 17.
セレブセブンティーン
I like the way you said that.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
17.
17. Like, what even
Yeah.
is that? Oh
I
my
have
gosh, it's
no
amazing.
idea. I don't want to hear anything from a woman. Jeez, okay.
Oh, frick.
をしているような人間にとやかく言われる筋合いはない
Oh, living in a hotel for
18だ。まずはどこから見せようかな。
So cute.
What's wrong with her? Why is she like? Why does she doesn't even like talk? Is she just like incredibly timid?
She's a Gen Z person on Discord.
Oh my gosh.
That's what's wrong with
too,
her.
too scared to come in a voice chat? Is that what you're
That's
saying?
exactly.
Dang, dude. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's wrong.
2億とか
2億
待て誰
200 million yen.
So 200 million yen would be like roughly like $2 million.
Wow, okay.
Roughly.
And this was like back in 2010, right?
Yeah,
It was
right.
$2
So
million in 2010.
yeah,
So more, way more than now. Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
とはさすがに目立ちすぎる
Smart.
期間に追われてる身だからな
ビビったな
2等2300万円3等70万それ
岡部って結構チキンね
それがタイムパラドッ
で
クスを心
これが
配していたやつの言い
ウーパクッション疲れた時とか元気がない時にムギューってするのでねこっちが冷蔵
That one, sorry to like, I know this isn't about what's happening right now, but that one Kurisu, she's like, he's chicken, isn't he? But he's right. Like, if you won, you know, $2 million and are trying to stay down low, like that will draw attention to you.
Yeah.
So 700,000 yen would be like
It
what,
would be
like,
about $7,000.
Okay. Oh, that's not. Yeah. Okay.
Not
Like
too big.
that's. Yeah. No one would really like question it too much at that point. All right. Interesting.
あの
Dude, Mayuri is the cutest thing ever.
お前こそいちいち水を差すな
So I think it's really funny that he asks her, send me a message that will make the me of a week ago to buy a lottery ticket. And the only thing that she sends is, hey, buy a Lotto 6 ticket, you'll win. Like, it's just
Well,
the
I
most
mean,
bare bones like thing.
if you think about it from Okabe's perspective, he's researching time travel. So if he sees a message like that, he may be like, actually,
True.
and it's
He might be
it's
like,
the numbers and everything.
yeah, he might be the lowest barrier, right? Like,
Right.
because if I had a random text that said that, I don't know if I'd follow through on it. Maybe. If I had like some random text, I might be like,
But if it
might
came
as
from,
well."
what if it came from your phone to you, and you don't remember sending it?
Yeah, okay. All right. That makes more sense then. Yeah. I think I would. If it came from my phone to myself and I don't remember sending it at all, yes. I think I'd do it then. Just to see, right? Because it's like, what, like $1?
Sure. Yeah.
So what do you
hey,
have to
for
lose?
sure.
Okay.
I'd
all
have
right,
more
that
questions.
makes more sense.
I would genuinely have more questions about what the heck is going on than just the
Yes.
lottery itself, though. Yeah, for sure.
Clearly, yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure you would too, right? You'd just be like,
Oh, no doubt.
why not?
Why
it's only
not?
$1, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Makes more sense now that I think about it, yeah.
別に楽しくなんか
それにしてもこの助手ツンデレである
誰がツンデレだ
おう
ツンデレ
マキセシツンデレの意味がわかる
Do you know what a tsundere is?
I know a tsundere as a small, angry anime woman or chick or girl.
Ah,
That's-
okay.
That's my
Not
perception
quite.
of a tsundere. Okay.
So
all right.
tsundere is someone who, like, acts mean or cold to you or distant or, like, kind of, like, bullies you in some way. Kind of like how Kurisu treats Okabe. But her real
Okay.
feelings are that she likes Okabe, or that she's having a
Ah.
good time, or, you know, something like that. They mask their true feelings through these, like, kind of outwardly hostile actions or being generally cold.
Okay. So she's mean to the boy she likes.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
It's like I forget her name, but Helga or Olga from Hey Arnold.
Ah,
she's like-
yeah.
Bullies him all the time, but she's got like an effigy of him in her room,
Right.
which if you think about it, it's kind of freaking weird.
Call me.
But yeah, okay. All right. So that's
Yeah.
a tsundere. All right.
right.
Interesting.
じゃあレンジ起動させるぜよ
Oh boy, here we go, man.
Okay, it's gonna work.
Can they change the past? Dang. The tension.
考え
Yeah, right.
そしたら急に電話レンジちゃんのところに来てはあはあって言い出して
まよし今のはあはあ
Oh my gosh, dude. This dude's freaking. He is a pervert, man.
セレセブ言う
Cell 7.
なって何の話よ
It shrank from celeb 17 to just cell 7.
Cell 7,
Like, what? Okay.
当たるかも じだから買ってみろって
Dude, Ruka's so cute,
So he didn't go buy it himself. He told somebody else to do it.
Bro, you
Interesting.
know he didn't have the freaking money to buy it. That's why.
True. That's true.
Oh, frack.
There's Dr. Pepper. Interesting.
Hmm.
So, of course, he drank it to think properly.
Of
Because
course.
you have to
Yes.
drink Dr. Pepper. You just
Absolutely.
time traveled? Of course. So, like, a few questions. And you don't have to answer. This is more like just me thinking out loud.
Okay.
Because I'm sure the show will answer. But what happened? Did he shift consciousness to another timeline? Did he open up a new timeline? But I have so many thoughts. I'm like having a hard time explaining what it is that I'm thinking, right? Because like what we know about time travel from the show is a new timeline there's a divergent timeline, right? I think that's the terminology they used.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to him in the original timeline? Right? Because he's the him from the original timeline. But so did he just like transfer to a new timeline and the original him has like no recollection of like what transpired in the last like few seconds? And he's just like, oh, what was I doing? Oh, we actually sent it. Okay. Or like, did they switch? Right? Did the him from this timeline switch to the other timeline? I don't know.
Interesting.
It's
because
yeah, but
clearly
we'll see.
he at some point he did tell Ruka to get the ticket, but he doesn't remember doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
right?
like,
what's up with that?
So that leads me to believe that this timeline, or the person we're seeing right now in this timeline is the original him from the initial timeline that we've been following this whole time. But then, okay, if that's the case, what happened to the him in this timeline? Or is because like it's at least a week new, right?
Right.
Because that's when they sent the text. And so then what happened to the original timeline guy? And then what happened to the original guy from the second timeline? Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm trying to explain. But
I gotcha.
But yeah, I'm sure, or at least I hope that they'll address it. But yeah, just thoughts I'm having.
Yep.
Yeah, is it because he's the only one that sent it? Right? Like, is the way it works, whoever operates the time machine is the one who remembers?
Right.
I don't know.
Goes back in time, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's this sussy girl. Sussy baka.
大切なもの
She's looking for signs of time travel. Because she's a time traveler herself.
洗脳って何
Why would some random like CRTV part-timer know the symptoms of somebody that is brainwashed and has had a chip implanted to them? Either she knows something or she's just straight up crazy, which, I mean, with the cast of characters that we're dealing with, it's entirely possible. But,
I was going to say, I was like, well, it's funny that you so readily believe all of the things that she says and does when you're so skeptical about Okabe and the organization, George. Double standard much?
It's just, he's just a goofball all around, and she seems to be much more serious and grounded overall, at least in comparison. That's why I think I take her a little bit more seriously. And it is, you gotta admit, it is weird that she would be so normal in every other aspect of her life, yet somehow know to look for chips when talking about brainwashing. I don't know. She knows something, man. If I was willing to bet, I'd bet that she knows something. What is it? What is it that she knows? I have no idea, but she knows something.
All right.
それは
あんた
どう
変態ね
僕は変態じゃないよ変態紳士だよ
ねえ聞こえてくるって言ったでしょ
これほどまでとは
For trying to be so secretive, They are the worst at it.
Yeah, and the first thing that you hear is like freaking, I'm not a pervert, I'm a pervert gentleman. It's like, oh good, oh great.
Oh my gosh. He is a pervert though, dude. That dude freaking
He owns it.
I guess. If that makes it better somehow.
やるね。
Dude, the whole neighborhood knows with how loud you are.
マユリたちは覚えていないのではない。実験そのものがなかった世界
Hmm.
ではない。
Yeah, okay.
俺にだけその記憶があるんだ。
Yeah, that's the main question, right? What does he remember? But okay, so it's kind of like what I said, right? When there's a new timeline, when something in the past changes. Now, my current thoughts are like, okay, is any tiny old change enough to change the divergence number, right? Like it's like, oh, wear the blue shoes today instead of the red.
Well, they did send one earlier just to test. Earlier in the episode, they sent one where Mayuri just said, it's Mayuri,
yes.
and that was it. And then nothing, seemed to happen.
Yeah, true. Okay, so this would be something, there's some sort of level of significance that needs to be met for the divergence number to change.
Seems like that could be the case, yeah.
And then another thing that I'm thinking is it ever possible to go back to your original timeline, right? Like, is it just, there's no way to revert the divergence number of your current timeline back to what it was before? Maybe there isn't. It
probably
could
be,
but
it depends on how like minutely detailed the divergence is, right? Like maybe you could undo something, or like even if you undo something, if you're undoing something, doesn't that kind of put you in another thing where something was done and then something was undone? And then so are you really back
like
to the original? Right.
It's like another new timeline. Yeah.
Yeah. But then how would you even be able to know or calculate that at all anyways, the divergence number, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what they reveal.
応援してるからね。
I'm on your side. See, that's another weirdly specific and sussy thing to say, but okay, we'll move on.
事情は後で話す。今日の実験は中止だ。みんな解散してくれ。
You know, it's actually kind of impressive how fast Goldfinger can text, because these are like the old school phones where you didn't have like the QWERTY. Yeah, you didn't have the QWERTY keyboard. You had to freaking press the numbers a bunch of times to get to the letter.
I got pretty freaking fast at the T9 though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I ever got like crazy fast. Like you do get used to it,
right?
But still, like that's impressive. All right,
yeah,
she texts super fast.
邪魔をせず静かにしているのだな、ザ・ゾンビ。
The zombie.
その呼び方
The student is nicknames.
I love how he was like how he was texting on the phone, right? And then he's like, "Oh, you're still here, my lab assistant. You just wanted to be with me. Is that what's going on?" And she's like trying to explain herself. He's like, "I'm trying to send a text message. Don't freaking, you got to be quiet, okay? The zombie."
True.
And it's like, bro, she was just sitting there. You talking to her? What are you doing?
その先にあるのは真の自由です。その壁を越えなければ未来はディストピアとなる。私の目的は未来を変えること。そしてその力を持っているのはあなたかもしれない。
岡部、どうしたの？
何を言ってるんだ。
Okay, so CERN manages, by controlling the past, they manage to lead the world into a dystopia, a communist dystopia, I think is what they said. But no one exists, no one that's crossed world lines knows about it, knows that they've crossed world lines, right? Is that what he was explaining, right?
Well, no one's been able to observe the changes between world lines, right? It's just that the future or the past gets altered, and in all like known realities past, with the exception of Divergence 1%, clearly a dystopia gets created through this time travel stuff.
Yeah, but like when say the CERN changed the world the world line. Would they know that they did that? Do they have a way of knowing? If no one remembers?
I mean, they would become instant dictators of the universe, so kind of, maybe? At least they wouldn't know exactly. Like, no one would have memory of that very specifically, because he's saying that no one else has been able to observe the changes. But even if they observed it or not, the reality remains that they become dictators whether they realize they've done it or not.
Okay.
Right? Because all
So they have to
timelines converge, right, into this like dystopian future. Except for Divergence 1%. That's basically, what he's saying.
Oh, so all the timelines end up converging. Okay.
Well, yeah, because that's what he's saying. Other than Divergence 1%, there's dystopian.
Okay, so I was under the impression that the timelines end up splitting and it like fans out, right?
Right. I mean, maybe I'm not meaning that in the literal sense that they all converge, but they all tend to go to this there's different avenues that they got there, but it always arrives at the dystopia, right? I don't mean that in the literal sense.
I see. Okay, yeah. I understand. So then they're having to be extremely pragmatic about how they're altering the past to be able to arrive to their desired future, right?
Right.
If you're having to send someone out on a mission, basically you yourself, right? But you don't know where you don't know what you're going to do. How do you leave fail safes for yourself so that, okay, I know that I needed to get, X person killed, just chop them off because they're a danger to our goal. But how do you know then to continue forward with the mission of taking over the world? Because I'm assuming it's not just a single change that makes it; it's a series of changes that ends up putting everything into the dystopian future. So yeah, that's just an interesting revelation that the show just gave us. The other thing is, so if the world diverges more than 1%, we escape dystopia. Is that what he's saying?
I think there's a 1% divergence from that dystopian timeline that is true freedom.
Wow. Okay. So then all the other changes that either CERN does and that he's done as well has been within 1%, less than 1% of a divergence, right? Am I reading too much into it?
No, what he's saying is 99% of all world lines will end up being a dystopia.
Ah, that's what he's saying. Okay.
But there's a 1% chance that they'll be able to create a world line with true freedom, but no one's been able to create it because no one can go between world lines, right? Because CERN eventually controls all of the world lines because of time travel.
I see. Okay. That's making sense then.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so they end up controlling 99% of all world lines.
Right.
That's insane.
I mean, when you have uncontested time travel, sure, why not?
True. Wow. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Sure.
Interesting. Jeez, is he getting a call? Oh, he is. Wow. The Messiah. It's quite the responsibility, dude.
Yeah.
Dang. I thought he was calling him right there at the end, but it was just a text, looks like.
Yeah, so he's got to lead them to the promised land of 1% true freedom.
Wow. Quite the weight on your shoulders.
No kidding.
Not only is the fate of the world on your shoulders, it's the fate of the timelines, man. Worlds
fate of
upon
all
worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dang, that's heavy. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say, to cap off this episode. It's just really interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm really curious, and I hope they address it at some point as to why him. right? Like, why is it that he's able to retain the memories of switching timelines when no one else has been able to, right? Like, I would almost think that that's like, aside from the actual development of time travel, wouldn't that be like one of the things that CERN wants to focus most on? Like being able to, like, how much power does that give you, knowing the fact that you've just altered the paths?
Right.
Excuse me.
And
Just altered the past, and like how much more strategizing are you able to do with that knowledge?
right. And we don't know the full like scope of what CERN's time travel is, right?
True.
So we don't know exactly
At least at this
how
point,
that,
right? Yeah.
Right, we don't know exactly how that plays out, right? His time travel or supposed time travel versus what CERN's doing. So, yeah, we'll have to see.
Okay. Well, and it's also like they kind of glossed over it a little bit, but it's also freaking impressive that I might have said this before, I don't know, or maybe I just thought it, but that they legitimately built a time machine. Like,
yeah.
How impressive is that, man? That's legit.
He's a mad scientist, clearly.
Insane. Yeah, I guess so. Like, wow. All right, well, I'm ready for the next one, man. I'm excited to see what comes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Kavisu's like, what the frick?
Yeah, he's going crazy, dude.
Unhinged.
He's got the mad part down.
Yeah, that's certainly setting in.
そのためにお前たちは改変前の記憶を一部失ったのだ。それって例のロト6がどうとかってやつ？そうだ。
Yeah, so he says they lost their memories, but that's not accurate, right? Like, they didn't actually lose their memories. It's just an event that didn't happen. Right? This is just a new timeline.
More
right?
or less.
Okay, yeah.
世界線を越えてなお記憶を持ち続ける力。マガン。リーディングしたいな。
Of course he comes up with a name for it.
On the spot, too. No hesitation, man.
Chaos Theory Homeostasis. Okay. This poor guy, he's really beating himself up about that.
Yeah, it's only 7,000, man. Just let it go.
Yeah.
過去変わったなぜそのことを覚えている
Yeah, so it wasn't enough, huh?
わかりやすく過去が変わったと確認できるものでないとダメか。
I do like that this is like one of the first things they're addressing is like what are the requirements for world lines to change? Clearly it's probably a little bit ambiguous, but still, like, I do like they're immediately touching on that.
失敗したことも含めて自分の人生なんだから。
だが実験
That's a fair point, right? Like, if you change too much about the past, like, the person you are now could potentially be completely different.
Yeah.
So that's a fair
Butterfly
point.
effect.
やはり実験を続けるしか
キムさん
くどい
ダメ。
Dude, she was there the whole time just texting him. Oh my gosh. What is that doo-doo-doo thing? Is that just like a thing she does just because? Or is it okay, I thought it was like a real thing maybe.
It's the best
potentially.
thing ever. That's what it is.
Oh my gosh.
違うってあクリスチャントゥットゥルー
Good morning.
There's that look again. I don't know why she doesn't like her. And I'm dying to find out. And then there's this weird chick. Dude, that freaking cast of characters on this show is just so weird, man. They are all insane in their own
That's
way.
true. That's true.
これは
京馬さんに頼まれたルト6間違えてしまったのでそのお詫びです
Poor guy, man.
それは
Oh, man.
今度はマヤシーのコス気に来てよねごめんなさい僕そういうのはちょっとやっぱりダメ似合うと思うんだけどな
Me too.
じゃまた
Oh my gosh. Happening again. Okay.
Yeah.
まさかまた D メールを
それどういうこと
She's smart. She picked up on it right away. But so, because she changed her phone 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that means this whole time that they've known her has only been within the last 4 days. This whole show has transpired in 4 days, basically.
Well, the lab members have known her just recently. She showed up at the lab just recently, but Okabe's known her for a little while, at least more than that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. But they've only known her since 4 days.
Yeah, it's only
ago.
been because she showed up, right? And then he made her a lab member like pretty close after she showed up.
Yeah. Okay.
どうかしたごめん今ちょっと忙しくて後でメールするね
So he thought she might have like stopped existing. That was almost like a sigh of relief of like, at least she's still alive, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
okay.
something about her getting a new cell phone changed her showing up.
Wow. Seems like such a simple matter, right? Like, but had drastic effects. Butterfly effect. You said it earlier.
Yeah.
そうだ私のホテルに来ないいいのもちろん
じゃあ今度お邪魔するね
The Yuri field is activating.
Oh my god.
ほら服を脱ぎ脱ぎしてそんなところ触らないで分かった
Oh
Oh
my.
my gosh.
あっちにこれ着るのにコツがいるからねお願いだから
This is a good time, George. Don't even.
This is anime. This is
And
what
we're-
anime is about, ladies and
This is
gentlemen.
the best part, George. You posited the best part.
This is what I'm being forced to watch. Against my will. I'm
Oh,
being tied down
George, man.
and tortured with this cringe.
One man's torture is another man's good time.
Oh my gosh. Clearly.
すごくユリです違うなルカ子は男だということはさらにけしからん
Oh my gosh.
Woo, frick.
Dude.
Let's go.
これはローアングラー化したくなる
おかりんはどう思う
He wants a low angle shot of this. What is he expecting to see
Let's
down
freaking
there?
go.
俺だ今強烈な精神攻撃を受けた
Fierce like
心が侵食されて
the cringe. He can't take
ど
it.
うしたんですか京馬さん
I think he had a different kind of psychological attack just now after seeing
okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
騒いでる
Okay.
変態女子よ全身をねめ回すように見つめるのはよせ
The music.
And it seems
dude.
like Okabe is not the only one.
Yeah, apparently. Oh my gosh.
またもけしからん展開
And this guy's clearly winning out of everyone here. Oh my gosh.
まさかまた D メールを
えそれどういうこと
Dude, everyone knows, man.
They're
They're
so
the
freaking
worst.
loud in that apartment, man.
They're so bad, dude. The whole neighborhood at this point knows.
女の子になりたいんですは
The reactions.
自分の容姿が
Uh,
じゃなくて女の子になれれば少しは自信が出るかなって昔からそう思ってたんです
same.
This freaking guy.
I understand.
Oh
I
my
get it.
gosh.
I understand.
Freaking Graham.
I get it.
Oh man.
Can I send the email next, please? Thanks.
一体彼女は
Oh
何を
boy.
やっている
ルカ子は女ではない男だ
Oh yeah, she doesn't know.
冗談ごめんちょっと
As flat as they come, baby.
性別を変えるなんてさすがにまずいんじゃね
Yeah, like-
食ったぐらいで そんなことがあり得ると思う。
True.
そう
True. That's a very good point. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
probably nothing's going to change. But if you did manage to do that, that's a gigantic, drastic change. Like, that could affect everything.
Well,
would
yeah, I
think,
mean,
right?
think about she has a relationship with Okabe, or he has a relationship with Okabe, and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah, like simply changing a phone made it so that the other three individuals in the lab didn't meet an entire person. And that's just a phone. Like imagine like maybe the parents were motivated, oh, we want like a better life for our little baby girl, so we got to go to this other place. And then he doesn't end up finding the IBM machine and like yeah, dude, that's a huge change. Likely nothing will change, but still, even if
Right.
it did, that's
Yeah.
huge.
日本に普及し始めたのはいつ頃だ？
Oh. True.
True.
1996年頃っぽい。
And does the mom even have like the same number, right? Like maybe she's changed numbers and he doesn't
Well,
know what
they
her
would
other
just
one
have to
was.
send it to the number she had, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But does he know, right? Does he know what her number
Well, I guess we'll
was
see.
when... Yeah, true.
メールの機能がつく。
毒電波はあんたたちだけで十分。
いいよ。元の知ってくれる人。
Oh my gosh, dude. This...
起動するぞ。
はい。
本当に大丈夫かな。心配するな。
I have a feeling that this will actually change the past.
We're gonna see. Oh.
Oh, frick. It is changing. Dang. Okay. Oh, boy. That's a
Okay.
big change. I don't think, like... Oh, frick, dude.
発動した。ということは。
He's alone. Oh, he's not alone. For a second, I thought he was alone.
確かに世界線は移動した。
Yeah, so it didn't change, though. It's still... He's still a guy, right? Right? He looks like a guy. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But that
Has
was
he ever
enough
looked like
to
a guy?
change-
Hold on. You said he looks like a guy. Has he ever looked like a guy?
Oh, from day one. He does not pass at all. No, I'm just...
All
No,
right.
I mean, if I would have known if it wasn't a guy, if I hadn't known it was a guy, I would have thought it was a girl. But yes, but nothing changes. Essentially, what I'm getting at. However,
Well, you're just gonna have to keep watching to find out, aren't you?
I guess so. Yeah, because world lines changed. Oh boy, I have a sinking feeling about this. I don't think that was a good idea in hindsight. I kind of thought like him. I'm like, what's it gonna make a difference? But it didn't change enough to alter the relationship between everyone there. They all know each other, thankfully.
Right.
Initially, when there was no one by him, I thought he was by himself, and I got kind of scared for him. I was like,
That
"Oh,
would've been
frick,
wild.
dude." Yeah, but he knows everyone, but we don't know what's changed, and it just freaking leaves us in a freaking cliffhanger. Of course.
Freaking got him. Yeah, what's going on there, huh? The world line changed, but
That's-
nothing seems to have changed.
Yeah, I mean, all sorts of things could have changed. Who knows? Who knows? I think he's playing fast and loose with this whole D-mail thing, man. He changed how many timelines in the past couple episodes did he end up changing? 3 times or 4 times? I think it was just 3 times.
Well,
But
he did the
still.
lotto, then he did the
Yeah, the
phone,
lotto.
and then
Yeah,
now
the
he's
phone, now
done
this.
the attempt at gender change.
Yeah. But it's still... Wow, okay. 3 line changes seems like a lot in such a short span of time.
Right.
All right, well, I'm going to be left in the dark as to what happens next until
That's
next week. Gosh dang it, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. It's super interesting. I love it. It's getting so juicy, man. I freaking
Yeah.
love it.
Getting good. It's getting good, that's for sure.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just a little like, I don't know. mind blown at how good this is like actually becoming. It's getting the hooks in there because time travel is such a like fascinating topic as a whole. So the fact that they're doing something cool with it makes it even more intriguing.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, man. I guess we have to wait for next week.
Yeah, Steins Gate's a one of a kind, man. It was a absolute classic, instant classic when it came out. I remember watching it being totally hooked. I mean, initially I watched it because Mayuri was so freaking cute, and I just had to see more of her. And then eventually it got really interesting, and I was like, oh, frick, this is actually really good.
Yeah, no, it gets freaking good, man. It's getting interesting. I hope they're able to pay off everything that they're building. I have full confidence that they will. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see.
I genuinely don't remember like how this season ends. I genuinely do not remember.
So is there one season or two seasons?
There's 2 seasons, and I have not seen the second season. And the second season came out like a decade and a half later.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a direct continuation of
I think
season
so.
1?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do this, man. I'm excited to finish this and start that one. That's great.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so I know like the general major beats that are going to happen through this, but I don't remember the conclusion. And I think it's like halfway through this season. We're on episode 8 now. I think it's like halfway through this season is kind of where I start getting fuzzy as to what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Nice.
So we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want to see the completely uncut reaction, make sure to check out our Patreon. Let us know if you've seen this before. Let me know down in the comments if the payoff is worth it. Like I said, I'm almost certain that it is, but I am still curious to hear other opinions. I know Graham loves this show, so like I'm almost certain it does, but still we want to hear from you guys. But it's been fun, and we'll have to wait for the next episode.
Yep,
take care, everybody.
Sounds good. See ya.